This will be a pretty short presentation this morning. My name is Brianna McDonald. I'm the president of Keiretsu Forum Northwest. I am joined here by my partner, Nathan McDonald. He is the chairman of Keiretsu Forum and the CEO and managing partner of our Keiretsu Capital Funds, and Amber Cannon, who is our member services support person and my support person as it helps me with my executive administrative things. And Shauna should be joining on with us soon as our membership director. So just welcome to all of you today. Thank you for being here to learn a little bit more about what it means to be a Keiretsu Forum member and what Keiretsu Forum membership entails and how it all works. So we are investors and we are looking at serious investment opportunities. Now, there's lots of different types of investments out there. There's lots of different ways to access deal flow, but how do you actually know what you're looking at is real in terms of the team, in terms of what's there, making sure it fits your portfolio and how you're looking to diversify. But we look at early stage companies and we're very serious about the work that we do, the support that we provide as individual investors, and how to really help this innovation get to the next stage. We are at Keiretsu Forum, the world's leading angel investment organization, supporting individual investors in making investments into these early stage opportunities. We look at a wide array of companies in terms of sector, in terms of stage, really to help make a diverse portfolio accessible and available to you, knowing that that diversity in your portfolio is ultimately what leads to the best returns. And the data continues to show that time and time again. So when you join Keiretsu Forum, here in the Pacific Northwest and Rockies region, you not only join our 6 chapters that we have and the membership that we have here, you join the global organization as well. You get access to all the global deal flow, you get access to the network, you are able to see what they're looking at in Barcelona or in the Nordics region or in the Mid-Atlantic. We just launched a quick poll. I would love to know just kind of where you gauge right now on the things that you're looking for in membership. This would be really helpful. And then I'll report those poll results here in just a moment. So Keiretsu Forum, as I stated, is a global organization that you become a part of when you join here in the Northwest and Rockies regions. We are on more than 4 continents in 26 countries. We continue to open up new chapters. We just relaunched Dubai and some chapters there within the Middle East, which has been great. There's a lot of great innovation happening there right now, as well as across Europe, Asia, Australia, and North America. And so really being able to leverage and work together to support one another in the types of investment opportunities that we're looking to gain and how we're looking to diversify. Now, me just saying we're the world's most active investment group is not just me doing that. We report our data to third parties every single year and have been doing that now for the last 7 or 8 years. And we remain on top, and it's really exciting to see. So here we have our league tables from both 2019 and 2020. As an angel organization, private investors working with early stage companies, we have sit with many reputable funds. So there is no actual angel network listed in these top groups of rankings. We are the only one. And when we're able to be with Andreessen Horowitz and 500 Startups and Sequoia Capital, those are great names, and we feel very honored to be able to have such wonderful members that help to support the funding of companies. So in 2019, in early stage, we funded 74 companies, 60 late stage companies, and in 2020, when the world shut down and we didn't really know how our members would respond to the online format and how this would all work, they rolled up their sleeves right with us, and we were able to invest in 61 companies in early stage and 53 in late stage. And so really continuing that diversified access as we look at these different investment opportunities. We'll end this poll here and share the results. So it looks like, thank you for those that have answered. We're looking for high returns, strengthening network, accessing quality default are the top 3 that report here. But as you can see, all of these different areas really do matter to everyone as they're looking at their interest in membership in this type of an organization. So in the Northwest and Rockies, just breaking it down a little bit further, we have more than 375 members. I think we might be closer to 400 right now. 6 regional chapters. We focus on education and mentorship, as well as looking at great deal flow. And in 2020, our investors put $59 million to work into 69 companies. We do have a full-time staff to help support our investor members with the work that they're doing. So you are not alone in this, even though you might be investing individually. We have an events director, a membership director. We have Amber Cannon, who I introduced earlier, and Juan, who helps to manage all of our entrepreneurs, as well as our executive director in the Rockies region, a due diligence director, and really just administrative support below that makes sure everything works. So every step of the way, there's someone here to support you with what you're looking for and how to make sure that you're getting the most out of your membership while you're with us. So the funding marketplace is vast, and this really gets to the question that was asked. So there's emerging companies, which are pre-seed and startup stage. And this is typically where angels have played. But what has really allowed us to expand into growth and really beyond growth stage companies and into these later stage rounds of funding is our family offices and our family office networks to help really build lead rounds, syndicate deals. So as companies look to go out and raise capital, they start with angels typically, and then they might go to VC funding. Well, that track has very much separated here over the last 5 years. And so now some companies might be looking for VC money and wanting to go that direction, while other companies want to keep working with private investors. They want to find those high net worth individuals that not only can open up their network, open up their doors, help them grow the company further, and then help with exit. And that's where the family offices and those really high net worth individuals come in. And so there's been this private track that's really developed as well. And so we do partner with some early stage VCs, but for the most part, we do not play in the same sandbox with the VCs. A lot of our companies are looking, especially for those larger rounds of funding, through our family offices. And so as you look at your whole portfolio and really what you could be diversifying your portfolio into, there's lots of different areas and sectors all the way up to the public stock markets on where you can be putting your capital to work. And this is just one area that we do see as a high possible growth in your IRR as you look at your overall portfolio. All right, so there's a vast funding ecosystem as well, and especially in this early stage space, looking at just individuals, looking at local deal flow. There's accelerator programs to help these companies get off the ground, really in those early stages. Local angel groups, there's funds. And I mean, funds can be they're very passive. They're not meant for networking. They're not meant for building relationships with other like-minded individuals. You just put your capital in and let the fund managers do the work for you. We do have that available through Keiretsu Capital if that's something that's of interest to you and looking at diversifying your portfolio. And Nathan could talk a little bit about that later. We have our regional angel groups, but for us, we are global. We have a vast network and really connections around every corner in terms of being able to grow your business and how you want to work it and be able to build those relationships with others. And so we need everybody working together to be able to do it. Yes, Ryan? Ryan, you have your hand raised. Is that intentional? No? Okay.
Unintended. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So here's the deal. Investing in these companies alone is really hard. Most people have a deal that comes to them from a friend or something, and they're like, hey, I found this great company, you should put some money in. I'm doing it, you should do it, it'd be great. And what ends up happening is that these individuals are accredited, they put money into a couple of deals, they don't really know how to vet them, they don't really have the time to do proper due diligence, they're just kind of going off of the referral method that someone I know and trust brought this to me. The company ends up failing and they lose their money. and they're like, well, that was awful. I'm never going to invest in these companies again, because they are high risk. And, so how are you able to really look through, see if there's quality deal there, be able to look at all the areas of diligence, because the data does show the more you do diligence and look at the different sectors, the higher chances you are to have a positive return on that. You have more power. How do you negotiate, the best terms to make sure that you're well represented with those deals? But the thing that we lack the most to be able to do all these things is just time and resources. And that's our most valuable asset that we have. So at Keiretsu Forum, what we look to do is really help support our members to be able to create a diverse investor portfolio by having a very structured process and how we look at our tech, and being able to see if there's a there from leveraging backgrounds and experiences of others to be able to see, is the rubber meeting the road here? And then taking it to deal screening and seeing, hey, do the other members like it? What do they say about it? And being able to pull that mind share and work together to support these companies moving forward to our forums, which a lot of you were at last week, and we're able to see how that works. And through that, being able then to move on to the final stage of conducting due diligence. And so through the whole process that we have in looking at these opportunities, building relationships not only with each other, but with the CEOs of your potential investments, seeing if this is going to work for you. And then beyond that, how we support you and making sure that you're keeping track of your investments, that you understand what's going on, reiterating time and time again what it means to be an angel investor and looking at these opportunities, because it's not necessarily always easy, but it's a lot harder alone. So at Keiretsu Forum, we bring exciting tech. We also bring extensive self-development, growth, education. Things constantly change, looking at things. You're able to put your dollars to work, create impact in a positive way, and ultimately get an ROI. Our education themes for this last year, and we are cultivating our 2022 themes right now, but our annual theme was meant to focus on culture. The culture of who we are, how we show up as Keiretsu members. You got to listen to me talk about communication one last time. I talked about communication all throughout last year, and I won't stop this coming year, but we will be announcing our new theme that really is the culture of who we are and how we show up to this process. We do have our monthly themes, which is a deeper dive focus on educational and personal development in this space. And so how we continue to be better angel investors and how we support one another through that process. And because at Keiretsu Forum, we don't have one way of doing anything. If you ask one angel investor how they invest, you've asked one angel investor how they invest. You cultivate your own investment thesis and what works for you. And so we do that by bringing in a variety of speakers each month. So you get to not just hear from one individual, you can listen to 3 or 4 of those and be able to see how they assess valuation, how they look at term sheets, how they look at IP, the different takes on it. And from listening to these other experts out in the field, really figure out what resonates with you. Now, all of this is available on our private YouTube channel through Keiretsu TV, where you can go in and you can watch all of these speakers that spoke throughout last year and be able to learn more about that. And then as we continue to go through this next year in 2022, all of our meetings, all of our speakers end up there. So if you ever miss a meeting or you couldn't chime in for a speaker that you really wanted to hear, that's always available to you and being able to help support that education. In addition, through COVID, we created our Mindshare Forum. So the Mindshare Forums is something that's fascinating. It's done with other business groups out there. There are a few investment Mindshare Forums, like type organizations out there, but not many. And so how do you bring together people that are like-minded to really be able to support each other in learning and growth? Make sure that you're keeping track of your investments, companies you're interested in. Maybe you have a pipeline built out of companies like, hey, I really like this deal, but I'm not sure about this sector. And it's a confidential group that then you're able to really work together, support one another. It meets monthly. There is a commitment to that. And we do have more information on that that will come up on January 6th for our Mindshare Forum training. So if you do end up joining as a member and this is something that is of interest to you, that would be a place to go. But this has been really well received by the members that wanted that extra support, that wanted that extra peer-to-peer learning and building relationships and looking at investments. It's been overall a wonderful experience bringing this to the table, especially with the transitions we've been through the last couple of years. So becoming a Keiretsu Forum member, there's a few things to take into consideration. The first one is core values alignment. And you heard me talk about the culture a bit through the themes. Core values are something that are extremely important to us. We want to make sure that you are an honest, trusted, respected member of your community. In addition, you're willing to contribute time, wisdom, and expertise. Now, you get to determine what that is, but there needs to be some sort of contribution to the membership. Every member contributes something when they join, and being able to look at that and see if there's a fit for you there. We do have an online application that we do ask you to complete. We ask for thoughtfulness around your answers. This helps us to be able to understand a little bit more about you, your background, the expertise you bring to the table, and what your investment goals are, what you're really looking to achieve through this membership. We do go through a personal onboarding session. We have technical support through our multiple different platforms that we use, as well as a meeting with me to be able to really learn a little bit more about you, who you are, how we can support you. And I'm always available to all of my members, and that can definitely be accessed through Amber and her support with member services. So just to recap here on joining and what it is to mean to be a Keiretsu Forum member, we do have global access with more than 3,000 members. So if having that global reach is something that's important to you, we do offer that, and you're able to see the international deal flow and things going on across the globe within the Keiretsu Forum network. We have peer-to-peer learning through the Mindshare forums. We have technology, so we have our Keiretsu Connect app, as well as Dealum that help to connect us with all the deals that are being looked at and researched. We have data discounts that are available to you. We purchase in bulk access to PitchBook. If you are interested in this, please do not go to PitchBook and sign up for interest. If you are in their pipeline, it will automatically disqualify you from those discounts. We have due diligence facilitation, education, and support that are available to you to continue that personal growth and development as you look to diversify into this sector. Proprietary deal flow access. A lot of our deals come from the members themselves. They're working with these companies early on, and as they grow and get into that Series A stage, they bring them to us when they're ready to really diversify their cap table, bring that expertise to the table, open up their doors, and syndicate the companies out. And so it's great to be able to have great deals that we're looking at. We do have a term sheet committee that meets monthly and reviews the deal terms, making sure that they're fair and balanced, and we meet with our corporate counsel regarding that. I mentioned syndication, and then once again, diversification. So we're sector agnostic, we're stage agnostic for the most part, really Series A and up. The company needs to be de-risked to a point with the types of deal flow we're looking at. And with that, that's my very short presentation. Thank you for listening.